John the Baptist came to testify to the light. If you look at the language that it was written in, testify means came to witness to the light. And those terms come from the root word of martyr, that by what we do, you pay your consequences when you're testifying or giving witness. And at this time of year, as we come to the third Sunday of Advent, as we're moving closer to celebrating the Lord's Nativity, we look deeper into ourselves at how do we indeed act as this witness of the gospel, act as this witness of the fact that our Messiah has come to save and redeem each and every one of us. And it always brings me back to the Norman Rockwell painting of the family sitting at a restaurant. I think the father's in the picture with a couple of the kids, and they're bowing their heads in prayer before the meal in a public space, and everybody is looking at them from all sides in almost disgust. Like, what do you think you're doing? But that family is testifying, that family is giving witness in a public space, glorifying God and giving thanks for their food before they eat. As we approach this Christmas season and all these gatherings that we're going to have, we're going to have so many opportunities to witness to the gospel and to witness to our faith. If we think about it, we're going to have family and friends coming from all over, sometimes coming to our own homes. How do we act? Before we all eat, will we gather in prayer? Will we read some scripture about the Lord's Nativity? Or do we just fear of not rocking the boat and want to, or do we welcome them into our lives and our faith and what we truly believe and why we are here right now? Or if we're traveling far away to other families and friends' house, and if they're not religious, if they don't go to church, are we going to say, well, we're going to go anyway? I've heard so many times, well, wherever we were visiting, those people they didn't really practice their faith, so we just didn't either. Well, what kind of witness are we? By giving witness to anything, it's about saying and it's about doing. We can't keep silent. We can't put our faith under a rug. John the Baptist even says, they said, who are you? And he says, I am not the light, but I am a voice crying out in the wilderness. I am a voice. As Deacon Tom preached about last weekend with holding up the sign, repent, believe in the gospel. Those people that are on street corners and professing their faith in such a strong prophetic way, they are indeed saying something to believe, leading people closer to the truth. Now, sometimes we're not comfortable to go that far, but are we doing or are we saying anything? Or are we silent? What kind of witness are we truly giving? Now, of course, at the holiday season, there are those ways that we just mentioned. But also, if people are asking you, what do you want for Christmas? Could we say, I don't really need anything. But how about you donate in my name to a certain charity? Or somebody else that needs something a lot more than I do? And even when I'm talking to high school kids about just witnessing in day-to-day life, we get to be so creative as Catholic Christians of how we witness in our own lives according to our own means. And for kids that are working part-time jobs, a lot of times they're saying, well, Father, I just don't have enough time to come to church. I'm always working. Well, you know what a good sign of witness is tell them your availability. You're not available Sunday mornings from 8 to noon. No part-time job is ever going to hire you for that. And you are making a clear statement of your priorities in life, that my faith comes first. Now, that's a silly example for kids, but how do we enact that in our own lives? And that's our question of how indeed we bear witness. Do people, by how we act and by our conversations with them and our presence in their company, do they know there's something special about us? And I will always go back to that painting, that Norman Rockwell painting, that family bearing witness in such a gentle way. Do we as families pray in public? Do we in families put it out there that indeed we are followers of Christ? That is our challenge for this week as we receive the sacraments. In what ways do we bear witness? But also as the holidays are coming, in what ways will we bear witness for all those that we encounter in the next few weeks?